everybody, so this is an extremely exciting video I'm doing for y'all today. It is my 50th Teen Wolf recap and review. I am overwhelmed by the fact that I have done that many recap and reviews already for Teen Wolf, and I love all of the feedback that all of you have given to me. So I really appreciate it, and I hope y'all continue to watch these and watch my recap and reviews for Shadowhunters. Without further ado, let's talk about episode 14 of Teen Wolf Season 5, The Sword and the Spirit. This episode starts off showing us Chris and Gerard Argent searching for the beast of Jabudan, or the new beast, shall we say. One of the things that I really like about this whole scene was that we see that Gerard is pretty much the same as he's always been, but he seems to be turning over a new leaf. Or is he? Or is he? Apparently he knows how to briefly stop the Dread Doctors because he knows their frequency or whatever, because that totally happened this episode. Another thing we see is Chris finding a pile of bodies in the sewer. Wow, that beast's been busy. Now onto the pack, let's talk about Scott. He arrives at the hospital with Kira and Stiles to talk with the sheriff about the 23 dead bodies that have just been brought in and the beast. Something else that happens with Scott is he follows Liam into the tunnels to find out what the heck Liam's up to, which we are going to talk about later. Whatever kind of therapy she's supposed to have. He even swipes a key card from the security so he can later on get her out of Eichenhaus. Lydia in this episode is still being taught inside her mind by Meredith how to use her voice as a weapon and to use her hands to guide it. She even gets a premonition of Malia's death and is able to somehow get out of that state that she's been in for a brief amount of time to kick some ass, scream, save Malia, and gets captured again. And guess what? We are finally caught up with the beginning of 5A. Kira in this episode is trying to figure out how to help the pack without using her Kitsune side, and her dad tells her her mind is a weapon and she can outfox the fox. Then he breaks her sword. Yeah, what? I mean, she could always get another sword. Or put it back together maybe? I don't know. I don't know how the Kitsune stuff works, but I'm interested to find out more. And hopefully she can get control of that side of herself so that she can actually use that side of herself in the battles and helping out the pack. Another interesting thing in the episode are the cops in the school with guns and the countywide curfew going on. But the cops running around the school with rifles, I'm sorry, that's just, whoa. That was a whoa moment to me. Malia in this episode is still trying to find Dr. Deaton and agrees to let Theo drug her, and so that he can bring her to a spot where she can figure out how to find the Desert Wolf and Deaton. She wakes up restrained, and she has to use these like torture device goggles that the Dread Doctors use to try and find her mama and Deaton. It works, but it's not a pleasant experience for her. She finds out the Desert Wolf is in Beacon Hills and even sees a sign that says Fort Jewett, which apparently gives her a clue to where exactly the Desert Wolf is. Liam in the episode is approached by Malia in the men's locker room and told to tell Scott that he was right about the tunnels and that there's an operating theater there. Whatever that means. So now let's get back to Scott and Liam. Liam, when he is found by Scott in the tunnels, he sort of tries to apologize to Scott, but doesn't say sorry, and Scott even points that out. He basically tells Scott that he feels he needs to save his life in order to properly apologize. While they're walking around the tunnels, they feel these weird vibrations, and then Liam points out that he saw some weird Ouroboros sculpture, and Scott goes to it, like kind of turns it, it opens up, and guess who we find? Gerard and Chris. And Scott is none too happy about this. He is not happy at all, and Liam's just like, who the hell is this? basically. So they all start talking about things and how Gerard is a necessary evil. And then Scott and Liam are shown the full mural and start trying to put the pieces together to figure out what the hell is going on, because one of the next scenes we see are Chris and Gerard questioning Parrish about his past. They show some flashbacks of Parrish in Afghanistan, and they finally fully make him understand that he is a hellhound. We see him start to transform, or mostly transform, when Gerard holds an open flame to his face. That was nice, Gerard, really. That was shitty of you. Gosh, why do you do that stuff? Oh, why am I even questioning him at this point? Now let's get back to Theo. He betrays Malia, shoots her, and basically leaves her for the Desert Wolf and tells her that she shouldn't have trusted him. The Desert Wolf proceeds to beat up Malia and attempt to kill her, and this is where the whole scene where Lydia's scream and whatever's going down saves her or something. However that worked, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out all these things. A fun little tidbit about the Desert Wolf that we find out from Brayden is that she has lost some of her powers and is not as powerful as she once was, but she is a perfect shot. So I think we have a lot to look forward to in the episodes to come from the Desert Wolf. After all the stuff goes down with Lydia and stuff, the pack basically at this moment, or around the same moment in time, shows up, and the Desert Wolf basically gets out of Dodge because Deaton told her that she can't steal Malia's power if it's not a full moon. And after kind of things seem to be settling down, the Beast shows up, tries to take Deaton for some reason, or just because he just wants to kill him for some reason, whatever. And Scott saves him, of course. Afterwards, we see Theo again. He comes upon his pack of chimeras all injured and stuff, just walking along, look at all of them, and they basically tell him that he put up a fight, but they got him, and we see Deucalion is back, you guys. Let's just savor the moment. Okay. Deucalion is back, and apparently the healing of his eyesight was only temporary because he is blind again, and he wants Scott's eyes. That is the only way he is going to help Theo with everything. Not that that's going to give him Scott's power or anything. I think he just wants to kill Scott or just blind Scott because he got a taste of sight again and then it was taken from him. So, yeah. Can we please get Derek to come back now? Because didn't they say if he steps out of line, they were going to come after him? Please bring him back. Please? Seriously though, bring him back. Finally, at the end of the episode, we see a really cute reunion scene between Scott and Deaton and most of the pack. And then we see them lay out plans for Eichenhaus and say it's time to get Lydia, because things are really heating up now. When they have Lydia back and she is out of that state that she's in, she is going to kick ass. She's going to kick ass and take some names, and it's about time. Don't y'all think? It's about time. I really think season 5B is so much better than 5A. It's getting better and better each episode, and I'm just so thrilled. All the performances in this episode were just amazing, and I cannot wait to see where the season ends up. I hope y'all enjoyed this recap and review. Continue to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.